Well, can't remember how I started the other one.
I don't think it matters. We just get on with it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we just get
So,
on with it.
so, uh, so guys, this is the first ever, well, technically the second ever Gibbo podcast because the first one failed miserably.
It was
So,
it was successful in its own way.
Yeah, I think we were enjoying the conversation, but then we ran out of time.
But then
yeah, things were going
technology,
fantastic.
though,
Yeah.
we just blame it to technology.
Well, this is why we do things to learn. We learn from our mistakes. So, yeah, basically we were recording. Everything was going well. Perfect. You could say probably the greatest podcast ever made. Well, it was in the process of being the best ever. And then we hit 10 minutes and then the free trial ended and yeah, kind of
Yeah,
cut
man.
Zach short.
Unfortunately, that's life. But you know what? Gibbs has got that as a blooper. If y'all want to watch it, you have no choice. It's going to be at the end of the video. So it is what it is.
Well, I was debating whether to put it in, but now that you've said that, I probably will just.
God,
It's forced
it's
now.
got to be
Gotta
done,
have it.
Gibbs. It's got to be done.
We're going to have to just recap. I mean, luckily we only spoke for 10 minutes. It would have been worse if it was like an hour and it was gone. So 10 minutes isn't that
Yeah.
bad.
Hmm.
So we'll just have to cover everything we went over. So to summarize why I've made this channel, which is called the Gibbo Podcast, basically pure boredom. We're in lockdown now. Not much to do. You can't go out. Can't see people. All I do every day is work and then sleep or play PlayStation or like watch TV, football basically. So that's been kind of repetitive, quite boring. And I've kind of always been interested in making YouTube videos, but just never had the motivation all the time. So now's the perfect time. So, and I
Yeah,
figured,
perfect.
seeing as I always have an opinion on everything and I can just talk for days and days and days, podcast seemed perfect for me. And it seems like two great guests to have on the first ever one, two fellow YouTubers themselves. We have
Mhm.
Zachariah,
AKA
aka
Titan Castle.
Titan Caster.
I would do the whole, but Gibbs doesn't have the audio for it, so it's what it is.
I mean, I could try and somehow get it in, but
hey,
I'm
I
a
could
noob
send
when
it to you,
comes
man,
this
and then
stuff.
I'll just be like, I'm not gonna do it, man.
Save that for your channel. And then we've also got Peter, aka Mr. Peter.
PFL.
TFL. Yep. So yep, they've had YouTube channels for quite a few years now. To be fair, I have in the past. I tried making YouTube videos, but spent too many hours making videos for very little rewards. So I gave up. And yeah, that's my past. So Zach, how did you get into YouTube?
Similar kind of logic, minus the COVID situation. I was like, you know what, I want to do something else. YouTubing seems interesting. People are making videos and getting successful that way. I'm like, my content's probably funnier. I made some videos. What happened? I got bored of making videos. It took
It
way
happens.
too long to make videos, as you were saying. I was like, I want to make this stuff to become famous. Is it to become famous? Less to become famous, more to make money. I was like, this is gonna be
Oh,
easy
money.
money, man. It's gonna be easy money. It's not easy money, cause you have to do it all the time, and I don't like doing stuff all the time. See, I'm a lazy
Basically,
guy
you
at
wanted
heart.
to like make a couple videos and then become famous and make lots of money.
Yeah, man. I made like I said before, I made like
That's
5
the dream,
videos.
man.
I had
the
like
dream.
5 views in total. I figured, what's the point of doing this? So obviously, eventually, you get to a point where you're like, you know what? The only way you're gonna keep doing this is if you gain a love for it. I didn't gain a love for it, and so I just do wishy-washy videos here and there. Some of them are good, some of them are alright, some of them are interesting. Overall, as time goes on, the videos start to lose more and more heart. So it's a weird little area I'm in right now. I don't know. Do I want to become a YouTuber? Am I not already a YouTuber? I don't know.
I mean, as long as you like enjoy making the content, I guess that's
I enjoy
Anything.
recording and experiencing the moments. Like, you know, with all the vlogs we've done where we go to Brussels, I've been to Japan, all these different ones. I'm like, you know, I enjoy recording them to an extent, but it's the moment it feels like a job, man. It's just that it feels like a job. It feels like I'm just getting all the content and when I'm in that moment where I'm like, okay, now I've got the video editing software up, I'm putting them all around. Fine, the content's funny to its own degree, but it feels boring. It just feels boring to do. Just the idea of doing it bores me, so I just stopped doing it. And then once in a while, I'm like, you know what, this content deserves to be out. So I so I start making some more videos, and then again the boredom comes in. I'm just like, I'm just not feeling it, and then I go through that process every maybe year or two.
Hence the inconsistent uploads.
Very, very much so.
Yeah. Well, that kind of makes sense. I mean, if you're not like, I guess if you have like a good video idea and you're proper motivated, then it doesn't feel like a job. But sometimes I guess it's finding that inspiration to make a good video.
Yeah, no, that's true. It's for me. It was less inspiration to make a good video. I felt like whenever I needed to make content, it was fine. It's just the whole idea of turning it into a video, editing it, just that whole process. Fine, it's supposed to be long. It's not easy. It's supposed to be long, and it takes time. But like even that process, you need to enjoy it to a good degree. And yeah, for me, it just got to a point where I was like, I'm not even feeling it. Like recently, I've started enjoying doing what's it called? Washing the dishes. Sometimes I go downstairs, dishes to be done. I started enjoying doing that. I'm like, yeah, man, just get through the ones in the sink. You know, I start to like that. I like doing that more than I like doing videos.
Wow.
Editing videos. That's where my mind is. You know, it's weird. I didn't think one day I'd enjoy doing the dishes. You do it a couple times, you keep it consistent. Before you know it, you enjoy it. Maybe I need to do that about videos. I don't know, man. It is what it is.
And Peter, what about you? What made you get into YouTube?
It's just that we have great content. Like every time we play, it's always funny, and I feel like maybe other people might enjoy it as well. So that's where all the Left 4 Dead content started kicking in, and from there on, like it was fun doing them. Really fun doing them. But of course, that's a lot of work for just 5 or 10 views. And I do appreciate the the extra people who watch it, but I don't think I want to put the effort into it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the same thing with the movie reviews as well. Like I used to do a lot of movie reviews, and they were fun to do, but just again, same thing with the views. But recently I've been streaming Dungeon Defenders 2. I know you two hate that game or just dislike it.
I mean,
I don't
I've
hate it.
never
I
played
got
but
bored of it. For me,
But
go on.
that's the thing. Because no one really knows it, there's not many YouTubers who actually play that game. There's maybe like 1 or 2, and because I've joined in that community, a lot of people kind of respect my ideas into it and watching me. So I've got a small little fan base that like that game and like my channel. So I try to keep it consistent there.
To be fair, that's a good way of like getting bigger on YouTube. Finding a niche, something that's not, because YouTube's so saturated now. Everything's done. Like you have FIFA videos, you have like
a YouTube video on like Call of Duty. There's like so many other people.
Yeah.
You got the vloggers, you got the travelers.
I mean, even podcasts. Really. There's hella podcasts out there. So to find mine, you have to go through so many. So, but that's the reason why I was like finally decided to make videos, because I actually don't care.
Yeah.
If nobody watches this, I don't care. As long as I enjoy making the video and I get my thoughts out and I, quench my, what's the word? My boredom.
Satisfy your boredom.
Satisfy my boredom. As long as I have done that.
Podcasts is that it's quick and easy to do. Like
exactly. I can literally like.
Yeah. Plus, you can do.
Yeah. If something happens, I can just set the camera on, talk, upload it, done. Like I said, if people find it interesting and want to watch it, fantastic. That's great. If nobody does, I don't care. Like it's like my own personal collection of, my views, and then get guests on and see what they think as well. Yeah. So, I actually, like I said, if this gets no views, I don't care. If it gets 3 views and it's just us 3, equally, I don't care. If it gets 1 million views, well, I will care if I get 1 million views, of course. But I'm realistic to know that that's not going to happen.
You're at that point now where you're just like, you're not doing it for the views. You're doing it because you want content that's yours. it's out there and it's for something that you want to do. And plus, with podcasts, as Peter was saying, like it's a bit easier to do with podcasts because you got two
Yeah.
options. One is you can edit it a bunch of times and put in the contextual highlights, so just the chunks of different parts of the video that are important, or you can just put the whole video up there.
The whole video.
Have a
which is
start, have
probably
a
what I would
finish,
do.
have a start, have a finish. Just put the whole video up there, and you can just have someone watch it from start to finish, like the Breakfast Club, like how they do shit.
Put the whole thing up. Yeah. I mean, recently I've been watching like the Joe Rogan podcast quite a bit, and to be fair, most of the time I just watch the clips, like 10-15 minute clips. Every now and then I'll watch the whole thing, but here I've done it. Well, I could put up clips, but mostly just gonna upload the whole thing, and then people can watch it if they want. But like for me personally, don't know about how you guys think about it, but there's like this stigma about making YouTube videos. Like when you make YouTube videos, people are like, oh, you make YouTube videos, and people are like less likely. I don't know the word, but like if I say I'm making YouTube videos and I say to people, do you want to come on my podcast? People will just instantly just be like, like, you know what I mean? No one's really out to help each other. But I feel like if someone came to me and was like, yeah, I'm starting a YouTube channel, do you want to come in? I was like, yeah, sure, why not? But a lot of people will just like turn their nose up at it. It's like, oh, it's YouTube, blah, blah. And before, back in the day, that's the only reason why I didn't make YouTube videos. Or like people just gonna be like, oh, he's another YouTuber, blah, blah, blah. But I'm at that point now. I don't care.
It don't matter. That's
Do
how
what makes
I
you
want to
happy.
live my life too. I don't care about what people say. I don't care about how people think. I go into
100%.
a room, even if it's just like an army of people I don't know. I'll go into that room like I've known these people for years.
But that's the thing nowadays with social media becoming big. Everyone cares what people think. Like it stems from like uploading pictures to Instagram. Like people put filters on and flipping take like I mean I do the same. I'll take on holiday. I'll take 100 pictures and then pick the best one and put that up. Like it shouldn't be like that. It should just be take a picture, put it up there because you like it. But everyone's trying to impress each other, especially when you see everyone else like uploading like quality stuff. You feel like you have to do the same.
To do the same, yeah. I remember at one point, like when I was recording, like say when I was in Dubai, for example, and I felt at one point I just had the camera out all the flipping time. And as time went by, I got to a point where I was like, you know, I don't even care. I'm just gonna leave the camera at home. I don't even care. I just want to enjoy where I am.
Yeah.
You know, I just want to leave behind all this crazy. Like, at one point, I remember I had my phone out recording Snapchat. And I had my flipping camera recording the same thing for YouTube. I'm like, why am I doing the same thing twice?
That's the thing. Like back in the day, I used to on a holiday. I would take pictures to like kind of stunt and say, "Oh, look, I'm here. Look at me, I'm here." And then now, if I take pictures, it's just my own personal like collection. So I can look back and be like, "Yeah, that's cool." I don't even care. Like half the pictures I take on holiday, I don't even put anywhere. Like I always make like videos when I'm on holiday, just so I can watch it back. Like every now and then, I get snap flashback.
Yeah, it's like in the olden days, people had like those huge albums. They didn't have them albums for other people. They had them albums for themselves.
Perfect, yeah, perfect analogy. It's so true, yeah.
They had them albums for themselves. They get to look at it every maybe year. They'll be like, oh, I forgot about this moment, or this moment's amazing. And they look back at it, and maybe if a family member who experienced something similar, or maybe they missed out on the moment, they get to see it. But as you said, Matt, now it's just everyone put the best foot forward
trying
in
to
terms
show
of
off,
pictures,
show
off their moment, see what happens, have everyone else see it. It's all about them likes. Gotta have them flipping likes.
Everyone just wants validation, really. Like, but like, I'll be lying and say if I post something online, if I get bare likes, I feel good. Like everyone wants that validation, but then that's kind of a bad thing as well.
Yeah,
like I feel like everyone has that.
I think that's part of the reason why I've started to dislike going on Instagram. Twitter I was never really into anyway. I mean, I guess I see why people like it, but like the whole getting retweets for Twitter, getting likes on Instagram, like all that stuff kind of puts me off. So you'll almost never see, you'll probably never see me on Facebook anyway, but you'll never see me on Twitter. On the rare occasion I'll go on Instagram just to see any messages. Same with Facebook, just to see messages once a month or something. But Twitter, I don't even go on it unless someone sends me, like, unless Daniel, for example, sends me a random video of something funny.
Yeah.
I'll never go on it. I just try to
Yeah,
stay away from that kind of stuff.
yeah. I mean, nowadays, like you have all these influencers and stuff, and it's to get famous on social media. You just have to be fake. Like it's very rare that somebody's themselves on social media and will become famous. You have to do something crazy that doesn't reflect who you are as a person to become big. And then obviously like clickbait and stuff. We spoke about this before
Yeah.
on the other one, but everything has to be clickbait to draw you in. Like it's all fake. Even YouTubers, like I guarantee most of them, if you meet them in person, they're going to be different to how they act.
I see why they're doing clickbait. Because every view counts towards just getting money. So at the end of the day, it's just money towards them.
Yeah, they're playing the game. Like obviously, I don't have anything against them doing that, but I just couldn't do that. Like to be fake, to become big, like I don't see the point. If I was ever to become famous and blow, I'd want to just be me. I wouldn't want to like put on some fake persona. Like that's just
Yeah, I think that's how
in my opinion, it's dead.
I think that's how I felt when I was making my videos. At one point, I was actually really excited and I was enjoying making my videos, and then over time, I felt like that excitement's going. So the only way to keep that is to try and kind of like throw the facade this idea that, oh, I'm actually still excited. You could see it in my videos over time. It just dropped. It went down. The feeling just went down, and I couldn't recreate that because I didn't want to. Like as you said, Matt, the idea of being fake, that whole feeling just went down, and I was still.
Well, that was
Yeah, my phone. Don't even ask me. And it just the whole feeling went down and down and down, and just kept going until I was, even though I was enjoying making the videos at the time, like that excitement, you could just see it was going. You know, and I don't think I was ever gonna get back to that level again. And I think
like,
that
I kind of get when YouTubers do it because, like, at the end of the day, they got to put content out for their viewers, and they could be having a shit day, and they could literally sit down and be like, "Can't be bothered to make a thing." But as soon as they start the video, they can't be like that because their fans are gonna be like, "What the fuck's this?" So they can be like, and they start record, "Hey guys, blah 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 blah," and then, which is fine. Like they might have to do that so their viewers don't know, but must be so hard to like fake it and put on an act when you don't feel up for it.
to keep doing
like,
it all the time. Like
yeah.
Peter, for you, for example, like you do your Dungeon Defenders thing, innit? So like for you, it's just like you're constantly on that, and like I've been in your parties, like whenever you're doing it, and Peter is literally just like the same. There's no extra excitement just because of these people. You know, it's the level. You know, you're talking to them as they want to be seen. I don't know how it is for when you're actually doing the streaming, yeah. But at the very least, because like I don't know any of those people,
To
yeah.
be honest. It's just quite chilled, relaxing, and if they ask me a question, then I'll respond to it and try to give it as informative, because Dungeon Defenders 2 is quite difficult to, learn. So, yeah.
But it's better to be just yourself in anything you do, whether it's YouTube or any form of social media. Like
you said, faking it is it's exhausting, man. You gotta get like espresso or cup of coffee just to keep you going. Like, yeah, guys, I'm excited, when really it's just tiring.
that's why podcasts are perfect, because like I can easily start a podcast and say I'm in a shit mood, and I can just, it could be a really
it's better when someone's in a shit mood, because they can go on a long rant and it's funny.
Yeah.
A rant is hilarious to listen to.
Yeah, that's probably more likely to get views, in all honesty. But as long as it's like real and it's not like staged, then I guess that's kind of fine. To be honest, like I actually don't care. Like if people want to be fake, everyone just do what makes you happy, innit? At the end of the day, I'm not gonna judge anybody.
It's
You
weird.
do what you need to do. If it makes you happy, do it.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect my life at all. If what you're doing is negatively affecting me, then maybe I'll have an issue with it. But if you're making videos and you're being fake and it has no effect on my life, why should I care? I don't care.
Yeah, no, that's
Do
true.
your thing.
That's true. That's literally true. Like I think I apply that with like every kind of part of my life, but I think there's nothing in this world that interests me. Besides fantasy football, but with that, it's like the effort required is so low and the satisfaction out of it is so high. And even football, like okay, fine, the effort in football is a bit more, but like I still get that satisfaction just because like I love playing that sport. But beyond that, there's very little in this world that interests me.
See, for me, I'm the opposite. I feel like everything, like, give me any subject, I'll have an opinion on it, and I can back my opinion, and I'll be passionate about it, even if like it's the most boring topic. Like, I just like voicing my opinions, and I like people sharing their opinions, and I just like having debates and discussions, and I like learning new things. Like the amount of things I'll go on YouTube and just search just to like learn something new, even the most boring things. Flipping yesterday, I went on YouTube and I was like, why do stinging nettles sting? Like, such a random thing, but it just fascinates me.
It's funny,
little
I
things.
was watching Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. You know when the Kraken came and destroyed the pirate ship? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, will there be like a Kraken in real life? And I just watched a video on YouTube. There might be a Kraken in real life where it consumes so much fish that there will be no fish in the sea, even though it explored like 10% of the sea or the ocean.
That reminds me of
a lot of population of it.
That reminds me of one thing, Simpsons episode where they will look. I don't know how or why, because obviously the Loch Ness monster is out in Scotland, but for some reason there was a Simpsons episode involved with the Loch Ness monster, and then they got to that lake, that huge whatever you want to call it, and they pumped out all the water from the lake.
Yeah, I'm sure I've seen this. Yeah, I've seen that episode.
Yeah, and they couldn't find it. It was nowhere.
Well, they wouldn't find it.
It's like those are the extents.
It's not real.
Those are the lengths. I mean, I don't know, but you know, Simpsons aren't real, so they could have made something up if they wanted to. But I don't remember how it ended. But there's a lot of things out there that are different.
But yeah, that's just random things just fascinate me. That's another good thing about YouTube. To be fair, like there is just because there's so much content. No matter what you want to watch, it's going to be out there. Like even trying to get this podcast to work, you can search why is it not streaming or why is it not recording properly. Somebody's definitely made a video on why.
Probably experienced that already. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's literally a video for everything. I could search like how to tie a shoelace. There's going to be millions of videos. Probably the top. Actually, you know what? Search right now. I guarantee. Yeah, how to tie shoelaces. How many views do you think like the most one has?
Probably a couple million.
Couple million. I want to say like maybe like 10 million. But not many people know how to tie a shoelace.
I mean, there's loads. That's what I mean. There's loads. There's like a video which is how to tie your shoes insanely fast. 2.7. Let me. I'll sort it by view count. So, see the one with the most. Okay. Wow. Well, this isn't how to tie shoes, but there's a tip from. I don't know how to say that channel name. How to prevent running shoe blisters with a heel lock or lace lock. 59 million views.
Yeah.
It's just a different type of shoe. And there's also Tie Your Shoe Song, some nursery rhyme with 17 million.
There's even one guy who he shoots arrows and things like that onto different targets. One time he did it onto a riot show, and that's got millions of views too. The guy's a new YouTuber.
Remember the fire, the really hot knife people were cutting shit.
Oh.
Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
What was it called? Like 10,000 degree like knife. Just random stuff.
There's actually loads of things like that. Yeah, there's even one where it's like they get one of them manufacturing grade machines that apply pressure onto things, and then they'll pop things. They'll put like
yeah.
They'll put. I think one time they put clay into there, or clay dough, whatever it's called, into there. All kinds of random things to see how it reacts. But the craziest one I've seen is one guy made a lightsaber.
I've seen that one, yeah. I think he made it in like garage or something.
That's some amazing shit, man. How you got a lightsaber in your life?
But that goes back to the point I said earlier. Like, if you find a niche or something that hasn't been done, you're more likely to get views because it hasn't been done. So, like, the really hot knife, or lately, so random. Like, I've been watching restoring old knives. So they'll find like a knife, bare rusty, bare dirty, and they just restore it back to like brand new. Like,
but what's cool about that is, what's cool about that is like I saw one where it's like a very olden style screwdriver, proper olden style, and it was another restoration video, but it's like something you never knew really existed in that way or they'll be like, it came from this time, or he bought it on auction, it came from this time, I'm gonna restore it now. And you just think, just that idea itself, I think, is just amazing. Which is
Yeah.
what makes people watch it. It's like, oh, okay, cool, fair enough. And then you watch it and you realize it's just a restoration video. Why are you watching it?
But like generally, just human beings are curious. Like if there's always something that I think we just in general we're just curious to learn new things. If there's something that you just have always taken for granted, and then someone explains it, you'll be like, oh, like yeah, that's quite interesting. Happens to me all the time. I don't know. Maybe some people are different, but
Just
everything fascinates me.
Just
Things I don't understand, things I don't know, always fascinate me. I've always liked learning new things. Like
yeah, for
no
me,
matter how
that's
random.
yeah, for me it's that yeah, being interested in random things. That's something. When I was saying like nothing in this world interests me, it's like in the sense of like the will to do it.
Like passionate. You don't have a passion.
Yeah, like a will to do something, yeah, because I'm so into it, yeah. It just doesn't exist. Like I don't want to be an engineer. I have no just interest in it whatsoever. The idea of architect sounds cool, but it's like I don't think I've got that kind of passion to work through to get to that point where you've built the house or you've built the architecture of whatever, and to just love like the end product. I don't think I've got a love for anything like that. Literally nothing.
Peter, do you have a passion?
I do like art stuff. You know, when people like draw or paint and all that stuff. And recently I saw a video where someone who was using a spray can and she's doing all this art on this
Oh yeah,
park,
Seen
and
stuff like that.
it's amazing. And I think that's kind of my passion, desire. When I actually see a video of art, I'm like, oh, I want to sit here and watch it because I used to do art. I used to draw. I want to see.
We used to
what
sit
the
next to each other in
outcome
art.
is. Yeah.
I
Back
wasn't
in the day.
involved.
But I feel like we took a massive detour from YouTube and
Why
social
did we
media and
start
shit.
To be
what
fair,
we're
that's what
watching?
tends to happen, you know. We can have all these points to speak on, but when we
But
start talking, that's it.
I'm gonna bring it back. So here's a good question for both of you. What would be your dream YouTube collaboration?
I don't think
collab.
I'd have one.
Or how about if you could have anyone on your YouTube channel, not necessarily a YouTuber, if you could have someone to do a YouTube video with, who would it be? Who would it be?
It
I
would probably be, well, for me, this would be like a big step for me. But for Dungeon Defenders, there's only like a handful of YouTubers out there. I would love to do a collab with the other YouTubers who do DD2, as that would be like a big step for my community. They'll be like, oh my god, these guys know each other. This is great. You know, this is great content for my
Yeah,
for
no,
my
that's true.
channel.
But that shouldn't be too like that's not beyond the realms of possibility. That could actually happen, right?
The game is
How big are they?
Cosplay, so it's gonna be
Oh.
hard.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
never
that's the
mind.
thing.
May
If it
never
was
happen
cosplay,
then.
then it would be a lot easier. But if it was, because it isn't, it's not possible.
How many
I mean,
views
I
do
could
they
always
get?
be like a voiceover in some other person's video. Be like, "Hey, I'm
Hmm.
Mr. Peter. I'm in this guy's video." That's it.
Yeah,
What
but
about
you
you,
couldn't actually
Zach?
play with each other. I don't know, man. I honestly, I have no idea. Because I don't even know what kind of video I want to do with them. Like, if I'm gonna do like a gaming video, I don't think I'd want to do it with anyone else other than like the Mandem. In
Can't
terms
lie,
of-
I was expecting some like extreme answer. Like my first answer was like, I'll have the rock on, like
I
fucking.
don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like I'm sure that'd be awesome and everything, but like I don't think I'd find it. I don't think I'd enjoy that whole experience.
I would 100% enjoy chatting to the rock. Like
I mean,
I'll talk to the guy
I'm
for
just
hours.
thinking short term. If it was long term, then yeah, having a celebrity would be amazing. Like, imagine I move on from DD2 and I play some future game that's just like big and viral. Then I can get like a celebrity, like you said, The Rock, or maybe like I don't know, John Cena or Batista, or them lot. Imagine having all three of them here just playing one video game, and I'm just in the center.
I think
Yeah.
Batista maybe. I think Batista maybe because like he just seems like a joke of a guy. Like he just
Guns of the Galaxy and
yeah,
talk
like
about Marvel and
I
stuff.
I've even like say like interviews and stuff you see of him. Yeah, I think he's the kind of guy who could probably talk to anyone. Like the person that I would have on the YouTube channel would have to be someone that I feel could talk to any kind of person in the world, no matter what, and that person would feel comfortable speaking to that person. So like Batista, I think is one of those people. So I think Batista maybe.
So random.
It's random, yeah, but I just feel like even though you can open up the realms of possibilities and say, okay, I want to bring in Cristiano Ronaldo, it's like awesome, but I don't know. I don't even know if I would want to play football with Cristiano Ronaldo.
Why wouldn't you?
Honestly,
Of course
I
you
don't
would.
think I would.
You say that, but if Ronaldo knocked your door and says, "Zach, come out, play football," 100% you'd say yes.
No, but the thing is, that's different to like, okay, I'm gonna make a football video, and bring Cristiano Ronaldo in. I don't know, because it would mean it would mean because I'm just thinking about the whole video aspect of it. Because
like,
when you
KSI,
make
he does like FIFA videos, right? Or back
Yeah.
in the day he used to.
Yeah.
And he was brought into what's it called, that football thing at night where it just shows the highlights. I haven't watched football in
Match
ages,
of
but
the
he-
Day?
Yeah, Match of the Day. He was in Match of the Day for like one episode, and he had Rio there, and he had everyone. It was like his
Yeah.
dream. I mean, why wouldn't he be there? You know. I
for
mean,
him though, I
it's-
feel like it's a different thing. It's like he's kind of gone into the area. He's gotten himself into a theme where that is potentially comfortable looking. Not just because at the end of the day it's a video, and there are people watching, and it's the idea of how the video is to be portrayed, not just for yourself, but for other people as well. Like I can't see myself just randomly coming up onto Match of the Day, talking about things,
No, I mean, if you made FIFA funny videos, would you? Example.
Even
like, you've
that,
always said that.
for them it would be like, why are you here? I'm like, I don't even know. I
That's the same
I don't
KSI,
know the
like,
history
all
of
he
most
did
of
was
these
make funny
teams.
videos about FIFA. Why is he there? He's not. He doesn't know anything about
For him,
football.
I don't know. For him, maybe it's a little bit different. He's spoken to a lot more players. He's literally spoken to tons of players that really most people won't speak to. He's more in that kind of potential realm. Like he was on like a Jonathan Ross, what's it called, like show. And you think like, okay, fair enough, he's gotten to that point, and to some degree, that interview seemed kind of cringy, but at the same time, like he's done a lot in his life where he could kind of talk about things like this. And what kind of people do they bring in there anyway? People that are, to the eyes of the rest of the world, celebrities. So I could see him being there. Me, in that situation, for example, wouldn't make no sense. The same way for me, being in Match of the Day wouldn't make any sense. Like I like playing football a lot. I don't watch it much, and I don't have much to talk about it.
Yeah, but you can look at it two ways. You can look at it and be like, cool, why am I going here? Because, it's not suited to me. But then you can also look at it and say, if I do it, that's going to help my career massively. Like, that extra exposure. Depends what you want out of it. If I got off to do a Match of the Day, I'm good. The thing is, I reckon I could hold my own on Match of the Day.
For you, I think that's a possibility, yeah. But, see, I don't care about the history of football. I don't care
okay, let's say Match of Day is an example for KSI because he did football videos. Let's say like the esports World Cup or whatever of League of Legends asks you to come on and commentate on the League of Legends final. You've got experience in League of Legends, about gaming and stuff.
I could potentially commentate. I'd be a very poor version of it, but yeah, I could potentially do that.
Yeah, but if they said,
because you know what,
right, we want
a
regular average guy to come on and commentate this. Titancaster, you won the competition. Come and commentate the League of Legends World Cup final.
Yeah, because that's a little, for me, that's a little bit different because a lot of the things involved in League of Legends I already know. Like I keep up to date with a lot of the stuff, as well as how the game is played. Like a random person can't just come in and commentate about a game. He doesn't even understand what this particle that's flying across the screen is. Like, what is it? What's it do? How does it affect the person it hits? All these little things. Like, I get that. A lot of the time when I talk about Match of the Day, they end up comparing players, and I'll be like, I swear down, 90% of these players I've never heard in my life. These old players. And I'm like, well, I can't really compete in that kind of conversation because I don't really know what you're talking about. How did this person play?
The point is, if you did become famous or big, you'd only ever be invited on things that are relevant to you. Like
Yeah,
KSI is not going to be invited to present flipping CBBS or something. But if you start a kids channel and
That'd
you
be
present the
hilarious,
kids
though.
all day
I
every
will
day,
watch a KSI CBB though. Imagine
I
him
mean,
just
yeah,
telling
no,
a
that's what I'm
story.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
It's
Like,
gonna be wild.
that's what I'm saying. Like, the idea of me being on Match of the Day, for me, it just doesn't.
yeah, not
The
much
whole
today,
idea
but
suits.
Yeah, we're not talking about
As another
today, I mean,
situation, yeah, like potentially that, then yeah, it's something I could do. That's in my eyes within the realms of something I'm willing to do because it makes sense. It's not
yeah.
completely illogical.
But obviously, the original question was, what? Who would you?
what's your
Who
dream?
your dream collaboration be?
I don't know. Like,
I would
honestly, I don't know.
see. I would look at it two ways. I would either say, "Cool, give me the biggest YouTuber, so like PewDiePie, and let me collab with him." The amount of exposure I'm going to get on YouTube to be massive because he's got like what 100 million subscribers,
Probably,
something
yeah.
ridiculous. To be fair, ain't you right now?
Yeah, he's
I
got
mean-
tons.
I guess the dream would be just have a celebrity in your stream, right?
PewDiePie has 108 million subscribers, so instantly, if I collab with him, I'm being exposed to 100 million
Tons of people.
people.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
So that's
ultimately,
one
the
way I could
dream,
go
though,
down, or
because
I
have
could
nothing
go
related
down.
to PewDiePie, you know.
Say again.
I mean, that's not really. I mean, it's not really the dream for me. I mean, like it's a great goal, but the dream would be someone, like Sat said, someone that's relatable and
Yeah, but
to-
think about it. If you do a video of PewDiePie and
yeah,
a
I
hundred
understand that. but
100
that's not
million
the dream
people
of
watch
mine,
you,
That's the thing.
100
My
million
dream is
people
to
watch
have a
you.
nice community, not have a big community. I want a nice community.
Yeah, but that's fine. 100 million people watch you, and then you're gonna have exposure to the people in your community, and they're gonna be more likely to make videos of you. And then after that, you can just do your own thing. But that'll be the kickstart. It'll be like the catalyst. Like, cool, people know I exist now, and then bang. Like, whatever you do with PewDiePie, for example, you don't have to do that forever. Do one video of him, and at the end say, by the way, if you like Dungeons and Defenders, whatever the game's called, come and check out my YouTube channel. And then the people that care will actually go to your YouTube channel, and then you've already started like a
Yeah,
bigger
but I feel like
fan base.
when it comes to like a dream collab, it's for me the idea would be like again as you said, Matt. Like, what's the purpose of it? You know, would the dream collab be something to push you into that direction where you are now like a game changing player? You know, people see you and everything, or would it be someone you would actually love to have?
But that's
on
why
your
I said,
channel?
if I'm looking at it in terms
Yeah.
of who I actually want, like the guy that I would love to do a video
That's how I
with,
would see.
be
That's
like
how
The
I would
Rock
see
or
like a
David
dream.
Beckham.
Yeah, that's how I
Like-
would see like a dream collab. Someone you actually want and would just enjoy being around and enjoy having that video done with.
But think about it this way: like, let's say if I do a video with David Beckham, it could like, obviously I love the guy, but he's kind of boring as a guy. So like, the video might not pop. It might get a few views, and then people just forget about it. But if I like get a big fan base from the get go, and then I slowly work my way up, I could get to the point where I can interview David Beckham, like,
Yourself,
organically.
yeah.
Yeah. So like, rather than go straight to the end goal, it'd be better to like have a little catalyst to get my channel going. So collab with like KSI or PewDiePie, and then slowly over time get bigger and bigger. Like, okay, let's put it, when KSI first started, flipping, the guy's making videos in his flipping bedroom, and like now he's done interviews with The Rock. He's done interviews with like fucking famous people. So he's gone all the way up. He didn't like, his first video wasn't flipping The Rock interview.
Yeah, I know.
He's-
But what I'm saying is like even those ones he did with them, like I'm sure he'll look back and be like, oh, that was amazing. But then like you see it, like the one, for example, the one with Matt Damon, it just he looked like he was trolling Matt Damon the whole time.
Yeah, but
I
that's
was
like his
like-
character, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but like it was
That's
like,
another thing about
it
being.
was like it was like
imagine becoming famous on YouTube, being fake, and then you meet somebody actually famous
And you
want
can't
to
be
just
real
chat
with them.
with,
you can't be
and you
real
have
with
to
him.
be your character. Like
Yeah.
I guarantee, like KSI would have liked to have met Matt Damon and just have like a normal chat, but he's like, shit, I'm making a channel for my YouTube channel. I have to be the character KSI.
He was actually like this, yeah. It was like this kind of video where it was like he would say, okay, so I'm gonna give you a word. I'm gonna show you something and I want you to name it. Yeah, and then he would show him a mat, for example, yeah,
Like
just
a
like a
doormat.
mat on a doormat, yeah. And he'll be like, okay, that's a doormat, and he's like, no, that's Matt Damon. I'm like, what? And then he would do the same thing, that like, oh, that's Matt Black. No, that's Matt Dame. I'm like, okay, you know what, I'm done.
But then again, he's catering to his audience, and his audience probably found
Yeah,
it
but
hilarious.
For
So,
me, that just see, everyone's different, innit? That's not something that I would do, you know. So my dream collab, I think all these big names and all this stuff, I think that'd be awesome in its own right, but I don't see it as a dream. I don't see it as like the thing that I want to do. You know, like I honestly couldn't. It's not even that I couldn't care less whether or not I have Ronaldo or this or that. It's like as a collab, I wouldn't love it. It wouldn't be something that I'd love and look back and be like, oh my gosh, that was an amazing thing. Like, I have more fun playing pro clubs.
oh yeah. Well, why didn't you flip in, mate? I've been telling you for time, Zach. Record the pro clubs videos.
Yeah,
I'm
but
telling
that
you, like,
true, Gibbs, true. But at the same time, like it in other ways, it's long as well. Cause like, you know how long it took you to do the OBS stuff? I'm telling you, Alberto's like 4 times worse.
to be fair, I remember one day. I don't know if you were playing that night, but
Yeah.
I was recording the pro clubs games, and I said to the guys, I was like, I'm gonna make like a montage of every person, which has every time you touch the ball, I'm gonna put it in a montage, and we can watch it back. So it will show every pass you do, every goal you score, every mistake you make. We can watch it back, and we can see who's flopping and who's doing well.
Yeah.
And in my head, I was like, easy, just record the thing, drag it in, crop it up. I swear to God, after like 30 minutes, I'd made like
I'm
I don't
done.
know, a minute of content. I was like,
You're just like,
There's
it's
no
too
point.
much. Yeah, it's just too much.
I was like, there's no way. I'm
Like
doing that.
video editing is like an actual job. Like
Yeah.
it's proper. You have to put your
Well, yeah. Well, to be
you
fair,
have to
like
put
all
your
the big
mind into it.
YouTubers, like KSI,
They don't do it,
edit
yeah.
their videos.
Yeah, they don't
I
do
mean,
that
back
stuff
in the day,
anymore,
they did
probably,
to
yeah.
start off, but obviously now they pay.
They
people
have
to
other
edit
people.
them.
Yeah, they can easily do that. You know, it doesn't
Yeah.
cost them much. And
Imagine,
they'll get more out of that video than they would pay.
imagine being at the level of like the Sidemen, where all they do is play games, and then someone else just. Oh,
Peter's gone. We lost
Peter's
one.
gone.
Oh,
but yeah,
no.
they
back.
and he's back with no
And he's
video.
taking my position.
I
Pete, you back? Let's continue. I think you'll hear us anyway.
Yeah, well, as I was saying, they literally just record them playing games, and then somebody else will edit it, upload it, and then they get paid for it. So there's literally no work. Where is the work? It's just them gaming.
Yeah, it's very low work. But I think at the same time for them, it's like they've set it all up. Like the whole process of getting it all done, they've gotten to that point now where all they have to do is that, because they've kind of they've laid the foundation, if you will. They've done all the bricklaying where it needs to be done, and now they just all they have to do now is just go through the door.
In fairness, like it does kind of. I mean, fair enough. They've all like worked hard to get to where they are, but another way to get big, you need a lot of help. Like most of them, in fact, all of them. If like KSI didn't become big, none of them would be big. Like they all
big as they
owe
are
their
now.
success. They owe their success to him. Like
or at least as big as they are now. Because a lot of them were pretty much like in similar kind of like standings with KSI until KSI just became a different person compared to them, and he did his bits. He got his stuff. He leveled up like 4 times before any of them leveled up once. Then he brought them with him, and yeah, it's just like, to be fair, you're right. He's
even like KSI's brother, like he wouldn't be a YouTuber. He wouldn't be big at all if it wasn't for KSI.
Yeah,
they did videos
but at the
together,
same time, like
give him exposure.
at the same time, people have to have like their own ability to be able to not just go up there, but also hold the position that they're in. Because like he's not his little brother's not going down. Like his little brother's constantly like finding ways to entertain people and improving as a person. Like he's gone through some weird some
I hate the guy.
stuff.
I actually hate him.
Some weird
think
stuff.
he's
Like
awful. I
I
think
think
he's
there are
awful
parts
human
to him that are funny,
Can't lie.
but like he's not going to be my kind of person. But there's definitely lots of parts to him that I find interesting. But it's
But
not
my point
enough.
is, if if I had like an older brother who
Hmm.
made YouTube videos and had 1 million subscribers, 100% I will get 1 million subscribers as well. Because I will
You
just
wouldn't say that would be your dream collab, now would it?
nah, but
Oh,
I'm
okay,
nah, nah. Yeah, my point being, like, some people have just made it big because they know someone who's already big. So like, if let's say Zach,
Hmm.
let's say you had 10 million subscribers, and
That'd be
then
awesome.
right now, I'm like, start a YouTube channel, and then I've got you on,
Hmm.
and you just repost it
Boom.
straight away.
You'll
If
you'll
people
have enough.
like the content,
Yeah.
like,
You'll have enough views and exposure to probably get a couple thousand, couple 100,000 subscribers potentially within like a month. And then from
yeah,
there,
yeah.
you just keep pushing yourself up. And then I come back, another injection, boom, get close to that million, boom, boom, boom. Before you hit 1 million, then before you know, boom.
I mean,
Like,
Before
I'm
you
not
know
even
it,
trying
you
to
become
be,
Takashi 69, boom.
I'm not even trying to be big headed or like, I mean, it sounds pretty big headed, but I
What does?
swear, like, in terms of my personality, I reckon I have the personality to be famous on YouTube. Like, I've seen YouTubers and I think I've got a better personality than them. I'm funnier than them. Like, why? Like, if I had the platform, I could easily gather a following, in my opinion. Obviously, that
Yeah,
is like
there's
being
yeah. It's
very egotistical.
I wouldn't say
But
that. I would
like,
say that's what you believe. If someone disagrees with that, doesn't make it egotistical. It just makes it something they disagree with. You know,
I mean, it's pretty like big headed to
I
think
don't
that
think it is.
I could be famous.
And then let's say 5 years down the line, Matt, you are that famous. Was it big headed or was it realistic?
Yeah, but that's
Do you
the
know what I
thing.
mean? Like,
Like, I don't have the tools in that. I don't have someone. I don't know anyone famous that can
yeah,
give me their
but
platform,
all you have to do is
and
just
I
be
don't have the work ethic to carry this on, and I don't have the ability to be fake in order to garner views that I don't deserve. Like, basically, all the ingredients you need to become big, don't have it right now, and I'm happy with that because I
Fair
don't
enough.
care
Yeah, fair
if I'm
enough.
not big.
There's a way
Yeah.
here to do some good content, enjoy ourselves, look back at it 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and be like, you know what, those were some good talks. Or maybe
To
we'll
be
look back
fair,
at it and we'll be like, you know what, we were dumb people. Who
that's
knows?
I was about to say, like,
oh,
I don't even care if the content is good or not, even if it's shit and people disagree with everything I say, and I look back and think it's bad. I don't care. As long as I am filling up my time, I'm not bored, then I'm happy.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna keep doing these, and then one day, like you, Zach, with when you did your videos, I'll wake up and be like, I don't want to do it anymore, and I'll stop. Simple. There's no commitment here. I haven't signed like a year-long
A
contract.
year-long
To say I'm gonna
contract.
make
You do
videos
no
for a
Drake.
year. It's not like I've got a massive fan base who are relying on me to make videos. That's
Mm.
another thing. I've seen YouTubers that they lose the passion, but they feel obliged to keep making videos because they got a fan base.
It's one of those
That's
things.
why- That's why if ever I did become big, I'd want to be doing something that I can always do. I can always just turn a camera on and talk to it. Like, I don't think I'll ever change to the point where I won't be able to just talk to a camera and waffle on for an hour about random topics. I could do that like in my sleep.
yeah.
So I don't think I'll ever lose the passion if I were to become big, which I probably will not.
I mean, that's the thing that brought you to wanting to do these kind of podcasts. So that's not gonna go. What might go is like your passion to actually keep it on YouTube, you know, or to do it on YouTube. Maybe the passion might go up because there are more kinds of people you talk to. Maybe you get to the point where you end up having a conversation with Joe Rogan.
That's the thing. Like, eventually, let's say progression, like start off 10 subscribers, 100, 1,000, 10,000. The bigger I could potentially get, the more interesting guests I could have come on. Now, right now, the only people that can do this podcast would be me by myself, you guys, or other people that I wouldn't even say friends, because like a lot of friends are just going to be like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Which is fine. So whoever wants to do it, basically, which is going to be a very limited amount of people. But yeah, if ever get more fans that want to just talk to me, work my way up.
Yeah, man, you're there. Maybe you'll go on that Omegle thing, you know, start talking to randoms.
Not a bad idea for like a
Not a bad
video
idea.
idea.
You know what I mean?
Chat to randomers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just have like an interesting point that will completely mess them up mentally, yeah, for those first 5 seconds and make them think, what's going on here? Some of them might leave straight away, make more funny content. Others might stay and actually entertain what you're saying.
just go with my go-to conversation style, which is would you rather's. Just as soon as they come on, would you rather?
Yeah, not even hello.
Icebreaker
Be like,
game
goodbye.
right there.
It's been a
Yeah,
pleasure.
just-
Would you
yeah,
rather
like
stay or
I can
go?
come up with random ones for days. Like that is my bread and butter. So
Yeah,
that
you
could
can
be.
start
Maybe
off.
that is a good like idea for us to do a podcast one day. Maybe.
Yeah,
Would you rather?
but I think for now that'd be a great way to end the podcast.
Yeah. Basically, best way to end it was be to say future ideas for podcasts. I'm thinking football related ones for anybody that wants to talk about football with me, or I'll do it by myself.
Hey,
I can
one
talk
day
about
we can have to
football
talk
all
about
day,
some
every day.
FPI. Is that why are you at the top? I don't know.
Yeah, fancy football, that's fine. Music, I can always talk about flipping music and stuff, and flipping movies. I say like three of us, or even me, or anyone could watch a movie, and then we can just discuss what we thought.
Yeah.
And even like current affairs, like I could have easily done a podcast on the whole shit that's gone on in America. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
You could you
like-
could have informed me on that stuff because I don't know nothing. I don't
Yeah, there
read
you
the
go.
news. I don't watch the news. I don't look at the news. I just
and then
don't care.
obviously, if somebody wants to do a podcast and they have a topic which they're passionate about and they are knowledgeable on, I'm open to talk about anything. Somebody says, I love flipping ancient Egypt history. I'll happily do a podcast on ancient Egypt history. I love that stuff. I'll have to do a bit of research before to make sure I'm up to speed. But to be fair, I'll happily just ask them questions.
and try
be
to
like-
find out more. Yeah, yeah. That's honestly like another great idea. Unfortunately,
Well-
Peter doesn't have his video. We couldn't have ended on a better note. Well, we could have, but you know, it's what it is.
Well, yeah, let's call it a day, guys. If you like the video, feel free to like the video. Yeah, drop a comment to say what you thought of it. If you want to do a podcast, anything you'd like
Subscribe
to
to that
see.
shit. Come to
Subscribe if
Titancaster
you
and
want.
Mr. Peter Felt. Subscribe there
Yeah.
too.
I'll kind of put their channel name somewhere so you can access them if you want. And yeah,
And that's it. It's been a pleasure,
Peace out.
Gibbs. I'll try to come to the
Okay,
next
guys.
one too. Might have some different people. It is what it is.
we'll have to wait and see. Yep. Well, laters, guys.
Hasta luego.